I got put on punishment, got my ass up because I invited what was told to me is my dad.
Alright, y'all, right now Cardi is on a healing journey, and I'm so proud of her because she is finally releasing all of the things that society tells us as people, as women, and especially as black women. We are supposed to keep zip tight and not share anyone because we cannot show any chinks in our armor. What's good, y'all? I'm Lonnie Appleton. I'm a healthy family advocate. If that is your content of choice, please consider following, commenting, sharing, reposting videos with your community so that we can grow. I was talking to Bailey earlier, and she was just saying, you know, it really bothers me that all these black girls out here act like they're all big and bad, but they're really just empty vessels. And I was like, yeah, sis, guess what? Those little girls age out the system and become adults that are just empty vessels. But we as black women gotta stand and look so proud, and we put all our stuff on the outside, even though we're empty on the inside. But because society looks at us and each other, we as black women hold each other at such a high standard, we can't even be free to admit that we're broken. So we put on our Chanel and we put on our Fenty and we put on our bust downs and we masquerade like we're okay. But I really love this for Cardi because she's able to heal by telling her truth. And I'm here stitching her up because I'm celebrating her. And I tell you, her stories are so I was like, sis, you're a classroom. I don't want to get on your nerves by continuing to stitch your videos, but sis, you're a fucking classroom. Go listen to the whole story, but she pretty much got in trouble for doing something she didn't know she wasn't supposed to do. And that's why I wanted to make this video, because how many of us as children and how many of us are holding our children to a standard that they don't even know they're being held to? When I was a child, I was watching the news with my dad. First mistake. And the newscaster said there's been a mass unaliving XYZ. And I was like, damn, if everybody's unaliving themselves, I want to unalive myself too. And my dad looked at me and he said, what the fuck did you say? And I was like, well, damn. Based on your response, I shouldn't have said what I just said. But I don't come from the generation where you could say nothing. Like my kids all the time, nothing. Me, I had to repeat. So I timidly said, I want to unalive myself. My dad cocked back his hand and slapped the out of me. This is the second time one of my parents has slapped me across a room. I have a lot of stories where I've been slapped across a room. No wonder my brain is so frazzled. Crack baby and blunt force trauma? Gotta be something going on up there. My dad proceeds to tell me, don't you ever say that again. And I'm sitting there thinking, what the hell did I just say? He never told me what I did wrong. Carbi's mother never told her what she did wrong. She just got punished and spanked. She got a double whammy. The point that I'm making and the reason why I'm making this video is we need to make sure that we are communicating with our children. We sit here and we live under the guise and the lie that children need to stay in a child's place. And those of you who are raising the next generation of children, this message ain't for you. But those of you who are raising the next generation of adults, you need to start communicating with your children and also give them the space to make mistakes. Everything can be explained at level, but it needs to be explained. Yo, I just watched my video where I stitched old girl talking about being on her healing journey. It's the drought season. She ain't getting no D. What's good, y'all? I'm Lonnie Appleton. I am a healthy family advocate. If that is your content of choice, please consider following, commenting, sharing, and reposting videos with your community so that we can grow. And I'm watching it and I'm thinking about how the real pass-arounds are these men. The real for the streets are these men. The real whores are these men. And then I was like, but we're not going to believe that because we've been told the opposite for so long. So we automatically think if we sleep with two men, we're for the streets. And so we stay with the same man. Even though he treats us like stuff, we will stay with the same man if he's beating our ass because we don't want to have another sexual partner. And so then I started thinking about like the oppressor and the oppressed. And then I started thinking about the truly powerful people on this earth. The most powerful being on this earth is a black woman. And by her side is a black man. And that's not them versus us, that's just the truth. Black can make white, but white can't make black, therefore black is older. Woman can birth man, man cannot birth woman, therefore woman is older. It's just simple logic. And so the most powerful being walking this earth is a black woman, and the most oppressed person on this earth is a black woman. And so when I put the logic that the oppressor always strong arms the weaker, white versus black, The oppressor always strong arms the weaker into submission to get their will. And they feed them all kinds of lies to keep them down. So they got to sort through all those freaking lies to even get on the playing field. So they oppressed us until boop, boop, boop. I don't know history and dates. But I know they oppressed us, and they gave us a little bit because they realized they could profit off of us. So they gave us a little bit. But even when they gave us a little bit, we had so many lies that we had to untangle in our brains to even realize who we were. And the reason why they're so scared right now is because we're realizing who the fuck we are. And if we could go back to these men are literally calling for the genocide of us because we are realizing who the fuck we are. We are the most powerful beings walking this earth, so why the hell are you dealing with a Rudy Poot ass nigga? Yo, I just watched that other video, the video you're still watching. Yeah, I just watched that and I misspoke, but I'm not going to correct it because this is a perspective. I watched how I said that the black people, the most powerful people walking this earth, are also the weaker people. That's an oxymoron, but that's a part of the lies, right? Because the fact that black people have compassion, the fact that black people are not barbaric, the fact that black people will nurse your young even though you stole and killed ours, the fact that black people will do those things, we have been taught to view that as a weakness, when that is a motherfucking superpower that you can't even do. How did you have a baby, but you didn't have no milk? You just didn't want to feed your own kid. So you had the black woman feed your kid, because if you pop that thing out your coochie, that means your milk came in. That just means y'all didn't want to feed y'all's own babies. Damn, what is the mind there? Anyway, that ain't none of my business. What I'm saying is, we are the most powerful in our compassion, our love, and our hearts, and our ability to love beyond. Our ability to love beyond is a weakness. Because we overlook everything. We overlook everything. You could do us wrong so many times, and you guys take advantage of it. Black men, you guys take advantage of that. You guys take advantage of the fact that you could do us wrong over and over again. You never have to elevate yourself. You never have to step up. You never have to become a man of honor. You could remain an ain't ass till the day you die, and there will be a black woman who loves you, and you will take advantage of her. And she deserves so much more. She knew, but she has believed this lie for so fucking long. She's believed this lie for so fucking long. How is she supposed to believe that she's the most powerful being walking this earth? Because I just motherfucking told you. You gonna believe that? You gonna believe your oppressor, or you gonna believe me? You been believing them motherfuckers and you see what it got you? So try believing me.